What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Taste Like Music. I am Joe. If you haven't seen them, we've been doing all of our year-end 2024 videos. We did our top 25 albums of the year, our top 25 songs of the year, so check those out. And this is just a little bonus content for all y'all. This is my 100 to 26 my favorites that aren't my favorite albums of the year, but it's a little expanded, expanded universe type stuff here. Jason has his video out already, so check that out. And here is mine. Let's get into it. Number 100, I got The Great American Bar Scene by Zach Bryan. I don't really get why this guy is so popular. He's good, and he can be great with songs like Fiery Oak Island, the fiery Oak Island, but too much mid-tempo, Midwest rock. He wants to be Bruce Springsteen, but he doesn't have the fire. It's decent. It's good. 3.5 stars. Number 99, I got Luck and Strange from David Gilmour. It's David Gilmour. You know what it sounds like. 98, Pixies, another legacy act. Yes, they're all legacy at this point. With The Night the Zombies Came. That's my number 98. It's got a good Halloween vibe, but it ain't no Doolittle. That's for damn sure. Not even Surfer Rosa, really. Number 97, I got Flower of the Soul, Liana Flores. Pretty pop album, touches of samba in it. It's the best track, made my top 25 of the year because it sounds like Kate Bush. Number 96, I got Ty Smith and the Minor Offenses. Uh, Close to pop country, but there's a roughness around the edges that made it one of the better country albums of the year. Number 95, this was in Jason's top 25, I believe, but only 95 for me. New Age Rage from Eric Slick. It's Dr. Dog's drummer. Basically an 80s pop album. Really like some of the synth sounds he's working with. Some good tracks on here. 3.5 stars for that one as well. Number 94, I got Across the River of Stars from Beachwood Sparks. Classic retro. You'll hear the birds and 70s country rock all over this album. But it has some gnarly modern guitar fireworks as well. We reviewed one of their albums here on the channel a while back. Number 93, I got Small Changes from Michael Kiwanuka. Got that throwback psychedelic sound locked down. Great voice. Kind of diminishing returns, though, here on his fourth album. He hasn't grown too much. Number 92, Tomorrow's Coffee by Jimmy Montague. Former emo artist goes yacht rock. Every song was as good as Here Today, be a lot higher. But the songwriting is a little inconsistent. I'd like to see even more Steely Dan for maybe his next album. 91, I got Dark Matter from Pearl Jam. Didn't quite grip me. It's maybe my weakest after Riot Act in their whole discography, but still pretty good. Still Pearl Jam. Still sounds just fine. The boys in the band, they still got it for the most part. Number 90, Love and Constant Spectacle from Jane Weaver. Pretty weird, but pretty interesting album. 89, Where's My Utopia from Yard Act. Their post-punk dance punk. Just overwhelmingly British, cheeky brash, full of energy and confidence, but not really my preferred style, but I thought it was pretty good. 88, Light Verse, Iron and Wine. It's precious indie folk, but it's well done precious indie folk. 87, Sam Evian. Solid Jason Core album. I believe it is his top 25. Reminds me of the Shins a bit. 86, Paul Bunyan's Slingshot. People seem to really like this one. I don't like it as much as their last one. Still pretty good. 85, Hiatus Kaiyote. Progressive, proggy, weird soul from Australia, the land of the weird. 84, Happiness Bastards from Indomitable Black Crows. It sounds like the Black Crows. 83, Orquideas from Uchis, Colombian American singer. She brings some Latin, some disco, some pop together. Pretty appealing package. Close to 4 stars, not quite. 82, Yesterwind by Nightwish. It's Nightwish. It's Finland's best-selling band of all time. Strong reviews in the metal world. First album with them with lead singer Flor Jansen that I've heard. Good symphonic prog. 81, Saviors from Green Day, legacy punk band, returns best album since 2009. Number 80, Gravity Stairs from Crowded House. Legacy 80s pop band returns with their best album since 1991. The Mandrake Project from Bruce Dickinson's clocking in number 79. Legacy metal singer returns with his first solo album since 2005. Probably his best since The Chemical Wedding. 78, the new sound from Jordy Grape. Frantic, idiosyncratic debut from Grape, who was the lead singer of Black Mighty. I really don't know what to even think of this one. At times it's brilliant, and then the shtick kind of wears thin by the end of the album. The lead single, Holy Holy, which is in my top 100 songs of the year, reminds me a little bit of ABC Lexicon of Love. It was sung by an incel. 77, My Method Actor, Nilüfer Yanya. Fine indie pop from Nilüfer. Uh, just not quite engaging enough for 4 stars. 76, Here in the Pitch, Jessica Pratt. This one was big in the critic world, big on Jason's list as well. But I just kind of liked it. 75, Drive and Cry. I think this was from my Discovering Bob Dylan podcast co-host Dylan Seavey. We call it Plug Baby. He recommended this one. Pretty good country record. 74, another country record, a little more rock in this one. We've got Dwight Yoakam, Brighter Days. I call him the most consistent man in music, pretty much. He never has a bad album. This one not quite up to his lofty standards, but still solid. 73, Found Heaven, Conan Gray, Bedroom Pop. Needs a little refinement to be great. 72, Destin Kensrue with Desert Dreaming. He's the lead singer of Thrice, which I find interesting. And this is a country album. And it's pretty darn good for one, very close to 4 stars. 71, Flight B741, King Gizzard. Just fine Shuglin music from the band of 1,000 Genres. Number 70, Revelator from Phosphorescent. Really like the pedal steel on here. Just a tick shy of 4 stars. I don't know, just couldn't quite get to the 4 stars. Number 69, Tiger's Blood, Waxahachie. I don't know, there's something I just fully can't commit to liking Waxahachie. Talent is obviously there, but I just don't get any joy out of it. Maybe it's because Jason likes it a lot. 68, another Jason Core album. Too Hot to Sleep, Daniel Romano. My almost 4 star record of the year. My favorite almost 4 star record. Number 67, we got Doggy Paddling Through the Universe from Psychic Temple. The latest from our friend, channel friend, Chris Sklarb over at Big Ego Records. This one grew on me a lot. I liked it first, and then I kind of forgot about it a little bit. Listened to it here at the end of the year, and it jumped up. I just love the instrumentation. It is just phenomenal. Great combination of psychedelic 70s rock and folk. 66, Girl with No Face, Ali X. Interesting mix of glitchy pop and Kate Bush, Tori Amos, that kind of stuff. 65, News of the Universe from La Luz. This is literally the last thing I listened to. So I only got one listen in. Could Rise. I thought it was pretty good sounding, really great vocals, awesome harmonies and layering, some interesting guitar work as well. They refer to themselves as surf noir, which is a cool genre name. 64, Rip Dunes, or maybe it's RIP Dunes. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, I like it. Well-crafted retro rock, new project from Caveman's Matthew Iwanusa. Number 63, As It Ever Was, So It Will Be Again from the Decemberists, which continues Decemberists' run of basically every album being between 7.9 and 8.4 on my scale. And this one, again, it clocks in at 4 stars. I like it. It sounds just like the Decemberists. You should know what that sounds like. 62, Mountainhead, Everything, Everything. Love Cold Reactor, a couple other great songs in there. A little inconsistent, but still 4 stars. 61, New International by Kit Sebastian. Sophisticated, high society type, male, female pop. Pretty cool. Got like a foreign little edge to it, little sheen on it. I believe this one was recommended in the Discord. So that's something you can do in the Discord, recommend me stuff. That one comes from Alex. 60, Paradise State of Mind by Foster the People, which is a band I don't think anyone thinks about anymore because we're all still sick of pumped up kicks. But I love the post-disco kick, tons of pop chops. A couple of songs on there just unbelievably catchy. Bass work from lead singer Mark Foster is just incredible. 59. This one is by a band or a collective called 1999 Write the Future. It's hip hop. The album title is a bunch of emoji, kind of weird characters. I don't know. I could just call it Hella Crying Face Heart. It's a cool album though. Pretty fun. A ton of guest stars: Ghostface Killah, Rick Ross, Busta Rhymes, Bad Bad Not Good, De La Soul, Offset. It's wild. 58, Bilal, which I had no idea he even had an album this year. And Just Brightness is the name. It's good like all Bilal albums. And I wish he would put out some more albums. Like a 20-year wait between these bad boys. 57, Patterns and Repeat, Laura Marling. I like it. I think it's very good. I don't love it, but it is one of the critical darlings from the year. Number 56, Proxy Music by Linda Thompson. Really nice songwriting from Linda, featuring a variety of guest singers. She can no longer sing, so she enlisted a bunch of guests to sing for her, and everyone puts in great performances, including Richard Thompson. Former beau, Richard Thompson. 55, Hyperdrama from Justice. It's a Justice record. You know how it sounds. They have not changed one iota. 54, I got Terracotta from Sam Outlaw, one of the best country albums of the year. Um, now, it's a country album that's poppy, but it's not pop country. It avoids all that, bro country, all that garbage. 53, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Billie Eilish. I think it's her best album yet. Probably her most straightforward pop album, but I think her airy voice never sounded so good floating over all these catchy arrangements. 52, I got the album AAA from Hyoko and Sunset Roller Coaster, collaboration between one of Korea's top bands and one of Taiwan's pop bands. The Taiwanese soft rock group Sunset Roller Coaster, Korean indie rock band Hyoko, elements of yacht rock, jazz, indie all come together. Interesting mix. 51, I got Evergreen from Soccer Mommy. Calling this Soccer Mommy's best album yet is a controversial statement, yet here I am making it on the internet. Number 50, one of my favorite hip hop rap albums of the year, Alligator Bites Never Healed from Doechii. Just funny, engaging. There's so much charisma dripping off every Doechii lyric. She's great. 49, Night Rain, Arouge Aftab. Very cool fusion of folk and jazz. 48, one of the hits of the Discord, Where We've Been, Where We Go From Here by Frico. It's a little emo, it's a little emotional indie rock. It's like the missing link between Black Country New Road and Bright Eyes. 47, The Pendulum Swing from Catherine Pretty. Folksy, charming, just oh so pretty. 46, Charm from Claro. She's another one that's shown up on a bunch of top albums of the year lists. It's got a really great cooing indie emo folk voice, and there's some just lovely tunes. 45, Funeral for Justice from Mado Maktor. Probably the best guitar work of the year can be found here, and I think it's a step up songwriting from Afrique Victime. 44, 777 from Wishy. Just good old fashioned shoegaze, alt rock, straight from the early 90s. Nothing fancy, just really well done. 43, Short and Sweet from Sabrina Carpenter. You've heard this style before. This is a combination of a bunch of other people, but the way she combines all the elements, all the double entendres, it's just it's a fine cocktail, and it's really, really alluring. And she's just impossible to dislike. She's just so much fun. 42, Sky 100 from Parannoul. Parannoul got some buzz last year, but I think this one, which is another dreamy shoegazy soundscape, similar in spirit from last year's, but I think it's slightly more refined and powerful. 41, I got Wild God from Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I just think the arrangements are really good, very lush and big, and it's a fine counterpoint to Nick Cave's, increasingly haggard voice, but still pulls it off here. 40, I got the self-titled Foxing record, just unrelenting emo, violent, angry, fast, furious music, but there's melody there, there's hooks, there's both. You can have both. Why not both? 39, Dreaming the Strife for Love by Bedsore. Another death metal album on my list. But the vocals aren't quite growly. They're a little more chanty, like angry Gregorian monks. And the arrangements and the songwriting is really twisty and cool. 38, I got Cowboy Carter. It's not really a country album. Beyonce, by the way, if you didn't know. But I love Beyonce's voice, great backing vocals throughout. You know, it dabbles in Americana and 60s and R&B and everything else, Western. It mostly pulls it off. I think it's a fine record from Beyonce. It's not really a country record though. I think that's stretching it a little bit. 37 Plastic Death from Glass Beach, twitchy progressive pop and a very modern sound. It blends emo and gent and a bunch of other stuff. Radiohead, they're in there too. 36 Firebird from Dirt Poor Robins, fun theatrical metal. I like the male-female vocal dynamic. Some of the most fluid, technically excellent guitar playing I heard this year. 35 Wall of Eyes from The Smile, and I will have the other Smile on here as well. Gotta have both Smiles. This one, I think I gave it 4.5 stars when it came out. Way down, but it's still good. 34 Tyla's self-titled. Love the woozy synths, the homebrew percussion sounds, the wide bass. Like this is part of the Amapiano genre, which mixes house, jazz, and lounge music from South Africa. 33 Transparent Things from Gia Ford. A little Ways bloodish, but more guitar focused, a little grittier instead of prettier. 32, I got prog metal here. I got Delta with Gemini. It's a little bit of every metal genre and style wrapped into one. It's got some chops, Petrucci-like guitar, some melodic, powerful female vocals like Nightwish-ish, some growly metal vocals in there as well. 31, Right Place, Wrong Person from RM. And I never thought, I'd have one of the guys from BTS on my top albums list, but it's a pretty solid hip hop album. Eric G from the Discord suggested this one, and despite the fact he's one of the older guys in the Discord, he seems to know what he's talking about when it comes to rap albums. And I listened and was impressed. Here we are. 30 cutouts, a smile, second smile. I don't know. Having two smile records seemed to dilute the power. It's kind of just got lost. It's like, which one do I like more? Is one really better? I think cutouts is slightly better. But it's Tom York. It's Greenwood. It's pretty good. 29, my favorite country album of the year. I got Lean on Neon from Shauna Thompson. Straight up, good old-fashioned honky tonks and heartbreak, sung with a lot of conviction and some down-home instrumentals. 28, one of Jason's top 25. I got Chico Bernardes with Outros Fios. My favorite foreign language album that I listened to this year. Maybe the best folk album of the year, too. Acoustic guitar playing is sublime. 27, this one slipped a little bit right at the end. Only God Was Above Us. Vampire Weekend. Cheeky and fun. Not just for Brooklyn hipsters anymore. And finally, All Born Screaming, St. Vincent. She moved on from Jack Antonoff, reestablished herself as a unique purveyor of indie rock. Some great tunes on here, Flea and Hell's Near, especially. Kind of reminds you a little bit of the self-titled, her best album, and very little of Daddy's Home. Instrumentation sublime, mix is excellent. Just a really strong album from her. And that's it. That's my 100 to 26. Now, if you haven't watched it, go watch my 25 to 1 and Jason's 25 to 1 in our top albums of 2024 video. Like this video, give me your whole top 100 list. Just throw them in the comments. I'll read them. I'll respond. I'll mock them if need be. And subscribe to the channel. Check the description for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. Join our Patreon. You can join our Discord too. It's a lot of fun in there. We talk about music all the time. You'll get a lot of recommendations from genres and stuff you've never heard of, stuff that I've never heard of. But it's a lot of fun. Join us there, and we'll see you in 2025.